What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Lions Show. I'm your host, Louie the Lions, aka Louis Felino. Be sure to follow me right here on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify Music. If you guys have a Spotify account, type in my name on top, Louie the Lions. You'll get all my podcast shows that I've done so far. I do have a first inspirational book out, guys, called The Lion's Den of Wisdom. I'm working on my second inspirational book, trying to get that out as soon as I can, probably by the end of this year. It will be out in bookstores, so be on the lookout for that. Anyways, it's Friday. And I've been reading a lot of you guys' comments and your prayers, and I just want to say thank you very much. Because, there's two things in this world that I could not live without, or could not do this without. The first thing is God. We all got to have God in our hearts and of course in our lives. With God we could do anything. We can move mountains together. But without Him, we still stand remaining in the same place, stuck. And of course, guys, I couldn't do any of this without all the love and compassion and the positivity that I get from you guys. So thank you. Now, with that being said, a lot of you guys know what's going on with me health-wise. Called the doctor today and got the results in, but I won't be able to know the results until Monday morning. So I'm stressing out a little bit. Haven't been sleeping well. It's just constantly on my mind, It's never a good thing to have any kind of illness, But this pain that I'm dealing with, it hurts, it really does. But I tell you what, I appreciate all your guys' concerns and all your prayers, Again, I couldn't do this without you guys, and I couldn't do this without God, That's why I write the inspirational books that I do, to present a better way of looking at life. You don't always have to go through life looking at it and being miserable. There are different paths that we can choose to make our own life better, or we could make the choice to stay miserable and stay in that rut. The choice is up to us. And with my inspirational book called The Lion's Den of Wisdom, which you guys could get through me on Facebook, I do take Cash App payments. So if anybody's interested in my first book, let me know. I will go through the details and tell you guys what's all involved with that. Alright? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm scared. It's like I said before, don't take any day, any minute, any moment for granted. Don't take anybody for granted either. Because I tell you what, once you burn that bridge with somebody, that bridge can never be rebuilt. It can never be repaired. So don't do that. Live your life peacefully. Live your life wanting to help others, wanting to inspire others, wanting to see others succeed in this world. Because that's what I do. And you know what? I don't get paid for what I do. But you know what? I get the biggest enjoyment out of what I do by seeing people smile or seeing people accomplish goals that they had set for themselves at one time and didn't think was possible. But when they got my book and they started reading it, maybe it helped them or helped the relationship, a marriage or whatever. It makes me feel good when I get, people that hit me up and say, I love your book, it helped, and not only did it help me with my relationship, but it helped me in my everyday situations, whether it was driving to work, whether it was, being at the house, being out in public, whatever. That's what makes me feel good, I love seeing people always reaching for the stars, and it really, not too many people in this world like to see others succeed. And it's sad. It really is. But what are you going to do? That's the world that we live in. But, again, we have the choices. We could change that. You know what I mean? You and me, Louie the Lions, we could do this. We just got to come together. And we got to put the bullshit aside. You know what I mean? We got to knock off the violence. Because really, look at it. We're all God's people. You know what I mean? We're all God's children. So it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, pink, purple, tall, short, fat, skinny. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what background you are, what sex you are. It doesn't matter. What matters and what counts is in that individual's heart. That's what matters. Nothing else. So when we start putting all that bullshit aside and start loving one another and helping one another up instead of kicking each other down, then I could say, you know what, this world might have a fighting chance. But until then, this world's going to keep on suffering, and it's sad. It's sad to see there's so many good people out there hurting. Not only just physically, but they're probably going through it mentally, spiritually, emotionally, Anyways, guys, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that are tuning in and watching me, because, like I said, I couldn't do any of this without all you guys. You guys is what makes it possible. And you know what? I love each and one of you guys. No matter what. No matter what skin color you are, no matter what race you are, religion you are, background you come from, where you grew up from, none of that matters. None of that. I love each and every one of you guys for who you are. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to get off of here. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Louie the Lions. Check me out on YouTube and Spotify and Anchor FM. And of course, follow me right here on TikTok. And be sure, guys, be sure to always keep this in mind, as I always leave my videos with a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of knowledge. Everybody matters, okay? And every voice counts. Remember that. Till then, guys, I'm Louie the Lions. You guys take care. Love one another. Be there for one another. And be good to one another. You guys have a great Friday. Good night, guys. I'm out of here.